Hey everybody, Cher here with you today. Today is finally the day that we're going to give you our DIY bath bomb recipe and show you how we make these things. Now, I was really hoping to do this with Megan, but of course, you know, she was all at camp the last few days and she came back and she was so tired and she's still sleeping.
I'm not asleep.
Okay, yeah, that didn't last for very long, did it?
Let's get on with it.
All right. Here we go. So we're going to show you, we're actually really excited to show you how we make our bath bombs. So I'm just going to tip this down and we'll show you everything that you're going to need. Hopefully we can see that. There we go. So the first thing you're going to need is a nice big bowl. We like to sift everything.
This is my job.
So that's another thing that you're going to need.
My job.
The most important ingredient in the whole thing, this is what makes them fizz and get all like nice. So what you need is citric acid, and what I find is sometimes it's hard to find this stuff, so I purchased this at any wine making place. And this whole bag, this is a how much is in this bag? This is a 1 kilogram bag and it cost me almost $9, but you can get a lot of bath bombs out of this. You only need 1 cup of this stuff. So that's that. You're gonna need
This is what 1 cup looks like.
Yeah, and what we also have in here, this is 1 cup of the citric acid. So you can go ahead and put that in the sieve
so
there.
You can see the sift. Putting it in.
You're also going to need some baking soda, 2 packages of baking soda. So Megan's just going to go ahead and just start. This is just going to make sure that there's no clumps or bumps or anything like that in your mixture. Let's move this over here a little bit. Okay. All right. Then we're going to put in 1 of our boxes of baking soda. So this is basically, I believe, 1 cup in here. So you need 2, oh, you know what? You only need 1 box because you need 2 cups of baking soda to 1 cup of citric acid. So we'll sift that carefully. You don't breathe all that stuff in. Okay, go ahead. And then this is the 2nd cup here. So yeah, I lied. You only need 1 box.
Mama's just so inconsistent.
Sometimes we double the recipe. That's why I'm thinking we need 2 boxes, but we only need 1. Yeah, just be careful not to breathe all that stuff in. And if you have any bumps, just kind of push them down in there. Perfect. Okay. And you want to give that just a little bit of a stir mix.
Go.
There we go. Carefully.
Oops. And just my mistake. I'm a mess maker. Mom's going to freak out at me after this video.
She's a messy baker. So we've got our citric acid, 1 cup of citric acid, 2 cups of baking soda. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a cup of Epsom salt. I like to use the scented Epsom salt, so we're going to make some lavender bath bombs today. So
because in our molds,
yeah, we
already got lavender, like real lavender in here already.
We dried some lavender and we kind of put them in the bottom so that when we pop the bath bombs out, there'll be some little lavender things stuck on top.
And don't forget, always use gloves because you could get really stingy with all the baking soda.
Push this over here, please. Thank you. So we're going to put a cup of Epsom salt. You don't have to put Epsom salt. I really like the Epsom salts. It gives it kind of a good smell, and it gives it some more texture, and it's kind of glistening. It's kind of like little crystals.
It smells.
So we're going to mix that all together.
Besides the baking soda, it smells delicious.
Okay, once you get that all mixed together, you want to get it fairly mixed because you want your citric acid and everything all. I'm going to put my gloves on. We like to use gloves because this mixture is, you're going to want to get your hands in there.
And if you don't have any cuts.
And yeah, it's just really, really gritty and it's hard on your hands.
I did nothing.
Be careful.
I did make a mess right there. You can't see it, but I can.
We'll just go like this. Okay, here, can I see this? You get your gloves on. I'm going to keep mixing here.
Oh, and just so you know, guys, don't try the citric acid like I did because it's a very dumb idea and it was really sour.
Yeah.
I was like, well, people try it. I tried it.
Okay, so here we go. We're all mixed together now. Next step is we're going to put in a tablespoon of coconut oil. Now you can put any kind of oil you want in here. I like to use coconut oil because it's just really good for your skin. You can also put essential oils in here if you wanted to, but because we've got the scented Epsom salts, we don't need it. Now we also want to dye these. You don't have to use dye if you don't, but we're going to tint this just a little bit purple so that it'll go with our lavender. So just a few. We'll start with a couple drops because we don't want it to be too dark.
Can I start mixing?
So Megan's going to start mixing, and I have a spray bottle here with some just plain water. Careful, honey. Here, let's put a little bit of this in just so that it's not so dusty. There we go. Go ahead. Now you don't want to do too much water at a time because you want this to be kind of like, you know, like when you go to the beach and you're making sandcastles, or
That's little. You have to douse it in water, Mom.
yeah, you don't want to put too much water in here.
So you guys can see the colors already changing, and it's on my hands
And it
too.
starts to fizz if you put too much water, so you got to keep mixing. So only a little bit of water at a time, and you just keep going.
Well, I'll put a few more drops of
I think we might. Yeah, I think we might.
Because it
make
looks pink.
We might want it to be just a little bit
Most of it's on my gloves.
darker. There we go. Another reason why you want to wear gloves is otherwise you could dye your hands, and you know, and you'll get a big mess on your hands. Put a little bit more water in there. You can always add more water, but you can't take it away. So it's really important that you don't put too much water in. You want it just to the consistency that when you basically squeeze it, it holds its shape.
ready.
So it's pretty much there. So we're just going to get the color in a little bit better
I
here.
have an itchy nose.
Keep going.
My nose is not itchy.
Okay.
I should have thought of this.
Now we're going to switch spots here. Megan's going to bring the molds over here. Okay. Put the tray there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of just start pushing it into the molds here.
I'm quickly itching my nose. Whew. There you go. Much
I
better.
just want to make sure. Oh yeah, this is perfect.
You're welcome.
Good mix. Okay, so here we go. So we're just going to start packing, and we're going to push it in quite tight because we want the lavender that we have in the bottom to really get stuck onto the bath bombs here. So we'll really pack that in there.
Where you can feel that.
And we like to use these silicone molds. I've gotten these from the dollar store. I found them at Michael's. If you have a coupon at Michael's, that's the best way to buy them. But they're just so much easier to pop them out of the molds.
I didn't squish those ones.
Okay,
yet,
so we're going to really push these in.
You got these two. Why don't you just quickly get those two done right there?
Fill that one up. And this one.
Oh, my nose.
Probably got some baking soda up your nose. Gotta be careful.
Stop being itchy, and I just got my glove to itch it.
So there we go. We'll just keep packing. The biggest thing is just to make sure you really stuff that down in there. You want them to be nice and tight.
Yeah, that's a really good job for my mom, because I'm not good at packing, and whenever I don't pack it hard enough, my mom's like, you didn't pack it hard enough. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's almost a little bit dry. I'm going to just add a little bit more water here. Especially if you know where you're making them, if your humidity is, you know, if it's really dry or whatever, then you need a little bit more water because they dry out really quick here.
Oopsies.
So we're going to just add some more.
I did a oopsie.
Pack it in a little better here. Here we go. Keep packing there, Megs. We're almost there. Okay. If you push too hard, the molds will kind of bend because they are silicone. So there's a fine line there.
That's not me. Now you can't tell me what a fine line is, and if it was even the life with me.
Okay, so we'll just stick them right in there like that.
See, this is what happens if you don't wear gloves. You can get really colored on
Okay,
your skin.
people want to see what we're doing here. All right. So
You're going to have to push these down.
you just keep packing until they are
This is your job.
really well condensed.
Don't even...
So we're going to make another batch here because we want to have a different scent, different flavor or whatever. And the next one we're going to make is going to be eucalyptus. So that's going to be our next flavor. And we're also on the bottom of the molds, we're going to put some of this pink Himalayan salt, and I think that's going to be really pretty.
I got it at the dollar store.
Because when you pop them out of the molds, that'll be what you see. So I think that'll be really nice. So that's going to be our second batch. We're not going to show that one because just for time here, I just wanted to.
We only got 12 minutes. We're at 9 right now.
So I just wanted to get these packed in here. Now, these could have been a little bit more full, but that's okay. They just won't be as big. That's all right. That way you get a few more bath bombs out of it, but they're just not as big.
Mom is better at squishing than I am, and I'm not gonna.
So that's basically it. Once you get this all packed in here, we're gonna let these sit probably for a good couple of hours anyways. Okay, settle down. And just kind of leave them because you don't want to disturb them. You want them to get hard. And then what I usually do is because the silicone is so easy to get, you just kind of peel them off. And then I put them on a cooling rack so that they can dry out, because you want them to really get nice and dry, because then they'll get hard. And then we will show you basically what they look like after they're all taken out of the molds, and we will show you how we're going to package these up for giving away. They make such awesome gifts. You guys will love these. So I hope everybody will want to give this a try, because they are so easy to make, so inexpensive to make compared to buying them at like Lush or any of those other places. They're ridiculously expensive. So for just a few dollars, you can make quite a few bath bombs, and they're just as nice. They're awesome. So anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed our tutorial, our DIY. Give us a thumbs up, and we will see you next time.
Have a nice day, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Dude, this is not working.